Cutting up and altering my wedding dress into a functional one instead of giving it to my sister who can't afford an expensive dress. So, I was supposed to get married 2 months ago to my ex partner of 5 years. Sadly, we broke it off because he cheated on me on his bachelor party with a stripper. I had this beautiful dress that cost me around $2,000 out of my own pockets. I had been very depressed since everything happened because I felt it was somehow my fault for not being sexy enough or not giving him what he needed. So last weekend, I decided to take my power back and I began altering the dress. I've been sewing for 15 plus years, so I know what I'm doing. I cut it a bit, changed the color to something less weddingy, and after a week of work, I had a beautiful gown that I could use for more stuff. The problem comes now. I uploaded that picture of the dress to Instagram with a caption that said something along the lines of, "You can change the worst memories," or some shit like that. My sister hits me up and asks me if that was my old wedding dress, and I told her yes. She then called me and asked why I had done this. I asked her why it was such a big deal, and she told me that I could have waited till after the wedding. I was so confused. Then she reminded me that when we were staying at the hotel where my wedding was supposed to happen, my mom and sister were there cheering me up, and my sister said something along the lines of, "Oh, well, if you are not using it, I will." We all laughed, so I thought it was a joke because it was never brought up after. She just asked me once what material it was, so I assumed she wanted something similar. Now, my sister is mad at me and my mom says she understands our point of views, but that I could have waited 5 more months till after her wedding to take my power back. I think it's pretty intensive for your sister to expect to use your wedding dress. She needs to consider how painful it would probably be for you to sit at her wedding and watch her walk down the aisle in the dress you were supposed to wear for your wedding, which then turned into a terrible memory. You do what's best for you, and you should feel proud of yourself for reclaiming your power and turning the dress into something new and positive for you. I find it surprising that the sister would even want to wear it given its history. Congratulations, your wedding dress is beautiful. Thank you, my sister's ex cheated on her, so she didn't need her wedding dress anymore. I mean, even if she doesn't tell anyone, she has to know that she's only wearing the dress because her sister's wedding was called off. Her wedding would forever be associated with that shitty, miserable situation. Gross. It's absolutely understandable that you assumed it was a throwaway joke of dubious taste, because it's not something someone kind or generous would actually be able to go through with. This is exact my thought. The historical association are so off-putting. I can only imagine congratulating OP on taking her power back. I would have burned the thing, not turned it into something beautiful. She phoenixed the dress and helped herself grow. Budget-friendly and emotionally healing. OP won this situation. The sister can take her entitlement and shove it. Proposing at my wedding reception and expecting me to come to your wedding? My wedding was September 21st, 2019. We had a fairly decent sized wedding. My cousin on my stepdad's side, we are not close whatsoever, and her boyfriend have only been dating not even 6 months at this point. I've met the guy once before my wedding and he never shows up to any family functions. We're all having a great time at my wedding. My husband and I are mingling with guests while everyone dances. The next thing I know, my cousin's boyfriend asks the DJ for his mic and goes to the center of the dance floor saying he has an announcement to make and calls my cousin over. So I rush over and say, nope, no one is getting engaged during my special day, especially during my reception. You can get engaged later tonight, but not right now. It's my day. Thank you for understanding, and I go to walk away. My cousin starts puffing and my aunt, her mom, starts yelling at me and calling me an entitled brat. It causes a huge fight and they all end up leaving. My mom, stepdad, dad, and stepmom all are on my side and were even pissed that they think it's okay to do that during a wedding they all paid for. My nana, Steph's stepmom, says I was wrong and told me to apologize and call him over and allow him to propose. Needless to say, it didn't happen. Flash forward to Christmas, it was terrible. My stepdad's entire side were rude and ignoring my husband and I. And of course, guess what happens? My cousin and her now fiance announced their wedding date September 21st, 2020. I'm beyond pissed and so not planning to go. It's my damn 1 year wedding anniversary. My family is upset that they would do that to piss me off for not allowing them to get engaged during my reception. My cousin says they chose to get married on their 1 year engagement anniversary. Either way, regardless of the real reason, I'm upset. Of course, my nana is super excited. Let's have a look at the comments. You don't get to hijack someone else's event to make it your event. And what kind of people do think this is okay? As it is your anniversary, you will be otherwise occupied. I don't know, might be worth attending to see how it goes down. If you really want to be petty, announce your pregnancy at their wedding and or wear white. Please make my day and be an asshole. Go to the wedding just to announce you're pregnant. Come to the dark side. The sweet payback will be glorious. Besides, it's so convenient since everyone will be there, you won't have to call a million people to share the news. Uninviting my brother from my wedding after he told me that he would propose to his girlfriend there. My wedding is scheduled for Saturday, February 15th. I am 28, male, my girlfriend is 26, my brother is 26, and I obviously invited him to my wedding, along with his girlfriend who is 25. We have already gotten back all RSVPs, and both of them confirmed that they plan to go. Side note, my brother is not the best man, my friend is. I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, so 3 days ago, my brother texted me a photo of him holding an engagement ring with the word soon. He has been dating his girlfriend for the past 3 years or so I was very excited that he was finally going to pop the question. I told him that I was happy for him and I asked him if he intended to do it within the coming days. He responded, "I'll probably do it at your wedding." I was shocked. Are you kidding me, dude? I thought it was common knowledge that you are not supposed to propose or announce pregnancies at someone else's wedding. I asked him if he was joking and he said no. I told him that he should definitely not do it, as it would be seen to be disrespectful to me and my soon-to-be wife. He told me that it seems like a good time because they would be together with the rest of his family. I was worried at this point, so I warned him that if he kept saying that he would propose at my wedding, then I would have to uninvite both him and his girlfriend. He said that that was extremely rude. I responded that I will allow him to go if he promised not to propose. That should have been the end of it, but he kept insisting that it would be a good time to propose. I called him and told him that I would seriously uninvite him and take him off the list. He said, "Okay, fine," while sighing. I asked him not to bring the engagement ring to the wedding. He said that he would bring it, just in case. When I woke up the next morning, I contacted my wedding venue and asked them to take my brother's name, along with his girlfriend, off the list of their table. The next day, yesterday, I told him what I did. He was shocked and angry. He told my parents and they almost immediately called me and told me that they were disappointed. They demanded that I re-invite him. Both my fiancé and I agreed that we didn't want to risk it. My parents are still very angry at me, but I think I did the right thing. Let's have a look at the comments. My girlfriend would have said no and her and my brother would have kicked my ass if I'd pulled a stunt like that at his wedding. It's a bullshit move in the first place, and to keep insisting after you already heard a firm no, I would disinvite anyone who even briefly entertained this idea. I'm worried for the girlfriend's sake, because if she doesn't want to marry him, he has already demonstrated his inability to take no for an answer. So those were the stories for today's video. If you enjoyed this and want to watch more videos, then click here for more stories, or go check out the info cards in the right hand corner for more videos.